Hey guys, Chris Adams here. I'm back over at my buddy Jason's house because I got to get my tackle out of his Ranger because we went fishing yesterday on the St. Johns River, and I want to talk about a rod that we used all day long, and we used it for a number of different techniques. It's an FP885 out of the Flippin Pitchin series from MHX. And this one is one of the most versatile blanks that MHX have for the guys that like heavy cover fishing. So this blank is 7.4. Line rating is 12 to 30. It's a moderate fast action with a heavy power. You can throw anything from 3/8 of an ounce all the way up to 1.5. It comes in 14 colors. With all the FP models, we have the top sized as a 6.5. So you're gonna run a 6.5 tube. We typically run some smaller guides on our Flippin and Pitchin blanks. Let's break these down because we took 3 of them yesterday. They're all set up a little bit different, but the one we got bid on the most yesterday, this is Jason's here. He's got it set up to throw a Fat Ace from Gambler. It's just a larger Senko, and he's actually got a 3/16 ounce weight on there. And the reason it works is because the plastic weighs a little bit, but because of the moderate fast action in this rod, it's extremely versatile. So he's got it set up with the all black MHX wing grips here. Got the rear, got the matching butt. It looks really, really cool with this color blank here. He's got one of the 14 colors. He's got the reel seat here from Fuji. This is an ECSM seat here. So it is an exposed blank seat. It's something that I run a lot, he runs a lot. You get that extra sensitivity because your hand's on the blank. And then of course, out here, he's also using the TWC, that tapered winding check there. And we just don't need a foregrip on these. So for the hook keeper for these Flippin and Pitchin models for me and most of the guys is very important because we use a drop shot style. We use the style where we can just pull that hook out and slide it back in. It keeps it nice and secure. You don't have to tear your plastic up. So that is the Arrow style hook keeper from CRB. And moving out here, he's running a double-footed size 6. That is an LN frame from Fuji. And then out there, it's the L size runners in a 5, and then out to a size 5 tip top. And again, we can run that smaller ring in our tip top because of the 6.5 tube that all these FP models from MHX run. So for me, this is a rod that, he throws 20-pound fluorocarbon on his Senko rod. I do the same on this one here, but when I'm throwing a big bait like this, they call it the bull herring. It weighs about 1.25 of an ounce. It is something that never leaves this FP885 because you can see we carry multiples and for good reason. So I also have the wind grips here from MHX. I went with the 2-tone because this is the slate colored blank. I think it really makes it pop. And of course, I've got the ECSM seat here, the drop shot hook keeper. It manages these big trebles really, really well. And of course, I've got the LN frame Fuji double foot 6 and running out to 5s and the size 5 ring in the tip top there. So again, this is what I use for the bull herring. And then of course, I didn't go far because I had my 20-pound fluoro on my 885 spooled up as well if I needed to switch over to that Senko style bait. So guys, run over to mudhole.com, check out the FP line of blanks from MHX and especially this FP885. It's honestly something that we can't fish in Florida without, and I know a number of our guys, across the southern states and even out in California throwing frogs and larger swim baits and things like that. It can take care of all of it, and it can pull them out of heavy cover, as you'll see when we were fishing on the river, pulling them out of brush piles, broke down pilings, pads, things like that. Again, run over to mudhole.com. I hope you enjoyed this rod recipe for the 885, and if you've got any questions, drop them there in the comments. I'll be happy to answer any of those questions and show you how I set up my FP885. Guys, thanks again for joining us. We'll see you next time. Take care.